Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to another question to you, the viewers out there in TV land. The video I did yesterday of the travel tin for the measuring of miniatures, the EDC travel thing, got me and James L. and we started thinking, and he started showing me stuff, and I got a question for you guys out there. When you go on like vacation or to a friend's place or something like that, or you travel, do you ever bring a game with you? And if you do, what game is it? Is it like more likely to be a board game, something less D&D oriented? Do you take your 40K stuff with you, or do you still play maybe Epic so you can just bring stuff in a small box? Are you fans of any of those war games in a box? There's some really nice ones out there, Revolutionary War and things like that. They take up a small space. Do you ever? Do you guys remember the dungeon in a box video I did a while back for the boy with a magnetic chess set? Anything like that appeal to you guys? Were you guys more of the type when you go anywhere, it's everything but that? Or do you bring something along just in case, or do you just refer or revert back to these things when you're somewhere else and you can't game? Do you just pull out a video game? Is there a market for that sort of thing in this day and age, or is it just you only bring your big giant freaking suitcases full of 40K stuff when you're going to a game, and then you go right back home? I know our friend Squirrel Hermit, he's got a really nice travel paint kit, and I need to see that. I want to see what can be done to optimize something like that. I'm really surprised that some of the paint companies don't have like a travel paint set ready with maybe smaller bottles of paint. I know Army Painter, I think it is, has a bottle that's actually half this size and much cheaper, but you don't really need this much paint unless you're painting a big ass army or something, in which case that's not ideal for travel. But those like quarter mil bottles or whatever they hold would be perfect for that, and once those are empty, I'll start using those for just that purpose. But back to gaming. Can you picture, bringing a small little board game or miniature game or dungeon crawl game with you? I've got, where is it over here? I've got Tiny Epic Kingdoms, games like that. Is it something like that viable, for travel, or are they just kind of a niche thing for people, in apartments and don't have a lot of space for such things? I'm really curious going forward if that's a viable product worthy of my time, maybe even designing something like that, because I actually find those ideas actually really intriguing if you can get a lot of punch and a lot of bang for your buck in something small. Or does it always have to be grandiose and take up a whole ping pong table? I know there's a lot of skirmish games that can be played on 2x2, but could you actually play a really in-depth war game on a 1x1, or something like that? I know there's some board games out there, Battle Cry and Battleship and things like that that are pretty small, but you never hear about them anymore. And with something more along the lines of actually doing some of the work yourself, the painting, etc. What do you guys think out there? Has that already been done? Has it been done to death and it's no longer a viable thing? Or do you think there would be, would you guys play games like that, or would you be interested in games like that? Do you have any recommendations? You can also put those down in the comment section. I guess I'm going to cut that one short because I am expecting some guests. But think about it while you're enjoying your weekend and doing your things. I'll see some of you Saturday night. We'll have a another paint and chat. Everybody else out there in TV land, love you guys. I'll see you real soon. As a matter of fact, I'll see you in about 45 minutes with Second Breakfast, the Friday edition. Until then, gotta run. Happy trails.